Surgery Link came about in the first place because we identified a need to raise awareness amongst health professionals working in surgeries that we're here to advise them of the sorts of services that we can offer to carers on their patient list. It depends entirely on volunteers who do the actual surgery visiting. Why do they do it?
Well, I've been looking after my mother for over 20-odd years. They come to the stage, she came to live with us because she was no longer independent. I just like to help people to make sure that they know that there's these things, these organisations out there that they could go and get information from and a bit of help from. I said if I knew what was going on, my circumstances might be a bit different. So I just like to feel like I'm helping someone else who's in my situation.
I retired 5.5 years ago and enjoyed myself, joined everything, played lots of active sports, organised lots of things, but felt there was just a little bit missing. And 2 years ago became involved in PALS. Then I met Roger and became interested in carers and thought, well, if I'm seeing the GPs with PALS, I might as well see the GPs with carers, and thought this might fill up my need for being useful once again.
So when you're doing some volunteering with Surgery Link, what do you actually do?
I rang up the practice manager to make an appointment so that it's okay to go down. And if I got leaflets and a magazine, then I'd go down with them, and there's a notice board and we put the new notices up and leave a few of the magazines.
If I were to do all my group practices in one round trip, it's probably about 30 miles, so no, it's not too bad. But they are rural practices, 3 of them. The others are based centrally. I could actually park the car and walk to 3 of them. We've done pamphlet drops, we've been in and talked to them, and now it's down to me to see what they need each month or 5 weeks and pick up their needs and see how they're going. I think lots of paper gets lost these days, and it's not quite the same posting it to them. There might be new stuff, there might be something that they haven't noticed about it. So having somebody to talk to is always, I think, a response.
Thinking ahead, what are your hopes for the future development of the Surgery Link service?
Hope that the GPs will be able to have identified all their carers, that we will have promoted caring enough within the community that people will come forward and say, well, yes, I'm caring for somebody at home, and how can you help me? And that we will be able to provide them with in our case, the literature which points them in the right direction for all the help that they can find within this area.
If I had Surgery Link, I probably would have been a lot more informed of what was going on and what benefits and what care I could have had to help me with my mother.
I think it makes you feel useful without demanding too much time. I would say Carers Gloucestershire will get promotion and delivery of their literature and a liaison link with the GP practices, which might, perhaps be a little bit more difficult. And the carers themselves, hopefully, will have the answers to their question and a little bit of support from not only their GP practices but from Carers Gloucestershire.
I think, well, I'm putting something back into the community, I hope, and as I said, it's just making the carers aware that there is help out there.
Currently, the team of 23 volunteers are visiting 42 surgeries all over the county. I'm really pleased that they get something out of being part of the team, but I'd just like to say that Surgery Link service wouldn't exist without their help, and I'd like to say a big thank you to them all on behalf of Carers Gloucestershire. I'm ready. Beam me up.